When you think of the word intelligence, what comes to mind? Do you automatically think of someone who gets straight A's in school, or who has a career as a doctor or a professor or a scientist? Do you think there could be more kinds of intelligences besides the kind that makes you academically or intellectually talented? What does intelligence really involve? Stick around and find out. Hi, I'm Hope. I'm the author of the book, The Creative Toolbox, a practical guide to discovering and using your creativity. And I love helping people explore intuition, creativity, and self-awareness for a freer, more conscious life. While there are differing opinions as to whether there is more than one kind of intelligence, it is difficult to dispute that we don't all think the same way. And if we don't all think the same way, how can we be sure that there is only one kind of intelligence? Even within one person's own brain, each hemisphere specializes in a different type of thinking. In the early 1960s, Roger Sperry, a psychobiologist, studied the brain hemispheres in patients whose corpus callosum was severed to treat epilepsy. Sperry found that the left hemisphere of the brain controlled sequential, logical, or linear processing. The right hemisphere of the brain controlled holistic, spatial, or nonlinear processing. The path of linear intelligence involves straight-line thinking from cause to effect. It operates in a structured, methodical way, always following steps in the same sequence. The path of nonlinear intelligence involves looking at problems from different directions. It views situations holistically or sees the big picture first before looking at its parts. The methods of linear thinking include logic and data. The methods of nonlinear thinking involve intuition and creativity. The strengths of linear thinking include its reliability and its efficiency. The strengths of nonlinear thinking include its innovation and adaptability. So we have these different intelligences within an individual brain. Yet, many people may associate a single measure, such as an IQ test, as the gold standard for measuring intelligence. What does an IQ test measure? It measures cognitive skills, such as working memory, processing speed, visual spatial processing, and fluid reasoning, academic potential, and problem solving using logic. Looking back to the definitions of linear and nonlinear intelligence, which intelligence does an IQ test mostly measure? If you answered linear intelligence, congratulations, you were paying attention. What doesn't an IQ test measure? Practical intelligence, such as street smarts or technical skills, creativity or curiosity, which stems from a desire to learn something, and emotional intelligence, which includes the ability to regulate your emotions and your social skills. But because the IQ test is viewed as the gold standard, linear intelligence is valued more than nonlinear intelligence in the traditional academic institution, a system which shapes and molds most of us beginning in our formative years. And what happens within this system? Students are tracked based on linear intelligence levels, which creates a hierarchical system and segregates groups of peers from other groups. Students develop certain levels of expectation for themselves, possibly too high or too low, as do their teachers in some cases. Allocations of resources for some student groups versus other student groups may be very skewed. Students whose greatest abilities include emotional intelligence, creativity, or practical skills may not have the same opportunities to hone their gifts as those gifted with high linear intelligence. Those with high linear intelligence may become perfectionistic, stressed out, or burnt out because they have such high expectations of themselves. Those with low linear intelligence may consider themselves stupid and detach from their academic environment. The impacts of this system can affect people for the rest of their lives, but there are ways to overcome these past experiences and enable your innate intelligences to flourish. Here are 3 ideas to do that at any age. Number 1, develop self-awareness. Identify your personal strengths. Are you musical, a hands-on learner and doer? A people person, introspective, great with animals, to name a few? Take time to cultivate these gifts. They can significantly enrich your life and help other people in need of inspiration. Number 2, learn new things using a learning style that works well for you. Do you learn best by reading, accessing visuals, listening, incorporating movement, hands-on experience, or learning with a partner? Find ways to incorporate these styles into what you are motivated to learn. Number 3, find your own path to reach your goals. Ditch the institutional rules of how to do something and find your own way. That will look different for each person, whether it is starting your own business instead of working for an established company, creating your own recipe instead of following one that is published, or traveling somewhere that no one else you know has been to instead of going to the same family vacation destination every single year. What is your greatest intelligence? How do you cultivate it? Comment down below. Well, that's it for now. Please like, comment, and share this video, and subscribe to my channel to know when the next video drops. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more tools for exploring your intuition, creativity, and self-awareness for a freer, more conscious life. See you soon.